Sunday. I've been working on a paper all day. Still gonna work on it. My group is meeting at 6 p.m. to see what we need to still get done because it's due 10:10 tomorrow morning. We're in a better spot than we were like last time we had to write one of these papers. That was a 4-hour Skype call and going on for hours and hours. But this is going pretty well. We're getting stuff done. And we're getting other people, like, we're doing each other's work a bit. Like, I know what some other people were doing, like one of the other members, like I helped her on her research. They've been doing other stuff. It's been great. As I start coughing, don't worry, it's nothing. I haven't left the apartment now since, guess it was 10:30, or I came back to the apartment on 10:30 on Thursday. Still haven't left, so yeah, I'm going on close to 96 hours, which is kind of crazy and kind of fun, and I'm actually not going to leave anytime soon, so like A plus on distancing and like not getting close to people, so yeah. Besides that, I'm thinking of actually starting to add some extra content of interviewing people, so interviewing a couple of my friends and roommates and like other people just about like what it's been like now that we've been on this like quarantine like state of emergency. So that would include my roommate who is an NST, hopefully, my other roommate. I had a former roommate, she's back home, but she was studying in Italy like right before. Like she had to leave before the rest of the United States had to get like out of Europe, but she already had to leave. So asking her about her kind of experience on that. So yeah, besides that, not much. I may do a check-in tonight just to be like, yeah, we finished it at this time, or no, we're still in need of work on something. So yeah, bye. So I finished our paper, or I didn't. I feel definitely like I didn't. Like, but we finished our paper. I also apologized to my group because I felt like I was slacking, and like I'm definitely gonna pick it up next time. Although, watch, I probably won't, but I'm trying. I did spend a lot of time working on like one of the sections, so like the intro was kind of short. Well, not short, but like it was a lot of stuff we'd already written, so it was quite easy. Design section I did help on, and then I did most of the calculation section because I mean, kind of had my fingers in that pot like the entire time. And I'd help with research on certain things. And besides that, not much. Like, not a lot has been done since. So yeah, it is almost midnight. Woo! And then tomorrow I start classes again, and hopefully I'm also going to do some interviews with people this week because, like, as I realized, there is a lot more experiences than just my own, and I've got a couple of interesting people to talk to because, like I said, I have the roommate that's the nursing assistant, and then I also have a roommate, or former roommate, who was in Italy before the borders closed. So yeah, that'll be fun. So another day. Again, not much happened. I went to all my classes. So that was including the office hours for my composite class and my senior design class. We actually had like hours for like a lecture. I went outside for like the first time in like, it was 108 hours. So that's kind of impressive. I went to Caribou. I'd ordered beforehand and then went to pick it up and then walked back. Because yeah, I needed to get out and I was treating myself because we spent a long time working on that paper yesterday and this whole weekend. Besides that, I honestly, I don't do much. Let's be honest here. There's not much to do. I've procrastinated on applying to possibly grad schools, applying to jobs because I'm anxious. Yeah. Because, I don't know. I try to have this glimmer of hope because I'm like, I even posted something on Instagram today that was like, you have, like it was me looking at the Pacific Ocean because like I grew up in Southern California, so I've gone to the Pacific Ocean a lot. It's just like, yeah, you look out on the horizon and you know that there's land, even though you don't see it. You know that there's land. You just need to get through it.
It's scary and daunting, but as you keep on going, you can get through it. But yeah, I also watched the TV show Hercules because I was bored. No, we'll just see what the next couple of days hold. I touched my face. Wow. Things are still gonna get worse, but who knows? Who knows? We may be able to see this through and things may get better. You know, things may actually start to get better. So, yeah.
Oof. So it is super late as I'm doing this check-in. It's past midnight. I've been working on a lab report that I didn't really start until today, so great on procrastination. But I don't think it'll be as bad as like last time where like I had done like nothing, or I had done stuff, but like I was doing it like very last minute. I have gotten most of the questions figured out. I just need to do appendices, which will be pretty quick because most of it is just like imaging sort of thing. There's only been like a couple of small equations that have had to be done, but not anything like massive, so it shouldn't take me that long. And yeah, so that'll be my work tomorrow. So fun times there. I didn't leave the apartment today, so that was my day. So it is the end of Wednesday. I got that report in, the one that I had been working until almost 1 in the morning on, and I got that in about 5 minutes before it was due. Although the professor kind of hadn't given like a hard date. Like last time I'd heard anything about it, he was like, oh, it's just due at some point. But I just kind of was like, okay, the last one was due at 5. Everything seems to be due at 5, so we should be good. I found out I messed up on like one portion of my report on a different one because I was like, oh, whoops. Didn't realize I had like the pages were off a little bit. So whoopsie daisy there. Besides that, it's been a pretty quiet day. I went on a walk with my friend. We were out for like over an hour. We went to St. Anthony's Fall, which was actually the same place that I'd gone with Maggie, although we walked a different section. And it was the first time I'd seen him since all of this went down, since like spring break. But like he's only one of the few people I've seen, and just like let's get out. I still think I'm being pretty responsible in this whole thing. I mean, max I see 3, maybe 4 people that I don't live with a week. Like that's like max, but like let's think like last week. Yeah, I try to keep it pretty small. So, yeah. Talked with a couple of my former roommates to hang out, and tomorrow I'm going to do my first interview for the like interview series I'm doing, so I'm kind of excited for that. So yeah, this weekend's gonna be not fun, but we'll ignore that for right now. So it is the end of Thursday. I've done almost nothing, and I just have gotten a shower. I did my first interview though, and I've already edited it, and I'm just waiting for the person I interviewed's approval of the video. And then I also had like a 2-hour chat with a couple of my friends in my major. It was great to talk to them. I also sent out the email for senior design, so I did that. And tomorrow morning is going to be me working on the senior design presentation. Besides that, I think I'm gonna watch a movie for a history class because we have to watch a movie, so I'll get that done right now. Watch the movie before I go to bed, so I can do the like type up the analysis tomorrow pretty quickly. So yeah, it's been a pretty lazy day, but I think after like a couple of days of like hard work I've done like the past couple of like Monday, like all of this weekend plus Tuesday and Wednesday, I had to just have one day to take it easy, but then it's gonna be crazy again because you know it always is because I'm a procrastinator. Sorry, professors. Also, one more thing. So today I realized this was like the first time I had hugged my roommate Aaliyah, who is the NST, in like a long time because she had a rougher day at work, and I was just like, you know what, like I'd be damned. I'll be damned. So, you know what? She works super hard, and I already knew, like, if she ends up getting something, we'd probably get it just because, like, even though all she does, like, she's trying to keep us safe, it's safer for us to, like, immediately just assume, okay, if she gets exposed, we're exposed. It's better for everybody that way. So, yeah, that's an interesting thing because I hadn't really thought about it, but yeah, no, we've distanced ourselves from her, and I feel horrible doing it, but also everybody kind of understands, like, okay, we're trying to prolong anything as long as possible, but she deserves love and affection, so yeah. So it's the end of Friday, it's just a little past midnight. I had like 3/4 of a bottle of wine because we decided to do the Tiger King drinking game. I didn't like do all of it, and we didn't even get through the second episode, but man, is that show crazy. But interestingly enough, I'd watched the Primic like commentary on Joe Exotic before, like over the summer actually. So when everybody initially started talking about him, I'm like, wait, I recognize that poorly done like eyebrow piercing. Oh my gosh. Like, I've seen stuff about him before. So that was kind of like fun and crazy. So I had some idea beforehand. Today I got a portion of my report done for senior design. I talked to my mom for like also over an hour and a half, which was crazy. And texted my sister, one of my sisters, a lot. But yeah, I'm thinking about grad school, and I just need to talk to professors. And I'm also contemplating talking to a professor actually about doing an interview. So today I published my first like interview with Mia, so that was exciting. And hopefully it goes well. I think it's kind of an interesting perspective because she was in Italy when everything started to go bad for them. So like it's a different perspective, and she has kind of an interesting like commentary on it. And so yeah, today we just kind of have a like my friends and I would just like, you know what, we're gonna enjoy our day. We got in a little bit of an annoyance with Uber Eats because yeah, we had ordered from Five Guys, and it was just like it took a little while. It was like confusing on trying to get our order, so it was a fun day. And yeah, life is life. So it is Saturday at 8 o'clock. This is not going well on trying to do the report because there's so many things that I just don't know, and I didn't hear back from my professor, and I emailed him at like 2 being like, hey, didn't have these questions initially, but I have them now. Can I ask you? And I think he thinks I'm emailing the company, and I'm just like, god damn. So that's gonna be life. I think I have some idea, but I'm trying to find like correct costs for things, so cross my fingers. I think I've kind of done a hand wavy. This makes sense, even assuming them having to purchase the like equipment. So let's hope everything goes well. In the words of Smoky Glow, editing Obi here. I realized I should probably mention a little bit more of what's going on. So, yeah, I've just been like taking bits and pieces of trying to do research because what our problem was is the company that we were working with was kind of assumed we were going to outsource how to make the piece. But instead, we're gonna have to like base things off of like, okay, we have these wafers, and like we buy this equipment, and like this is approximately how much it costs for like property, and it's a little hand wavy because I also can't find the overhead cost for industrial. One of my teammates said he'd found it, but it's like 15%. And I'm like, that doesn't seem right. Besides that, I talked to my middle sister, so I am one of 3 girls. The oldest is the one that's trying to talk me into going to grad school, and I am contemplating it now, especially with the current state of everything. The middle one is active military, and it was just good to talk to her. Like she's fine. I just don't get to talk to her that often. And then I also talked to a person I know who is a PhD student getting for material science and engineering. So I just talked to him a little bit about grad school process, and I could tell talking to him on the phone, I was like, you also miss like human interaction because it's just you and your roommates, like how it's me and my roommate. So yeah, it was good to chat, and it's always like it's funny with that person talking with them because we come from very not the same background, but there are certain things that like we have some interesting shared experiences besides our major, but also our siblings went to a similar college, so it was like, oh yeah, something that like most people wouldn't understand if like a sibling went to like an academy. Like most people don't have siblings that went to an academy, but both of us did, and it's
kind of interesting. And also we both have older parents, and we're the youngest child in that whole scenario, so it's kind of interesting in that respect. But yeah, so at some point I'm going to try to get a little bit more of this done, and then both editing and then also trying to do my report. I'm going to see if I can get like an approximate cost of things, and then just watch Dirty Harry because I need to for my history class.